Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Mambalot's Math Tutorial. Today we will be discussing all about the midpoint and the distance formula. What is a midpoint? It is a point between two endpoints which are equidistant from the endpoints. So if we have this line with endpoints A and B, so point M is what we call the midpoint in which AM is equal to MB. What is the midpoint formula? If A with coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1, and point B with coordinates x sub 2, y sub 2 are the endpoints of a segment, then the midpoint formula is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2 and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. Example number 1. What are the coordinates of the midpoint of points -3, -2, and 8, 9? So using the midpoint formula, we substitute for the values of x and y's. So we have x sub 1 is -3, x sub 2 is 8, y sub 1 is -2, and y sub 2 is 9. So evaluating further, we have -3 plus 8 is 5, and -2 plus 9 is 7. So the coordinates of the midpoint is 5 halves and 7 halves. Example number 2. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of the points 4, -7, and -6, -8. So using again the midpoint formula and substitute the values of x and y's, we have 4 plus -6 divided by 2 and -7 plus -8 divided by 2. So 4 plus -6 is -2 over 2. And -7 plus -8 is -15 over 2. Dividing -2 by 2, we have -1. So the midpoint coordinates are -1 and -15 over 2. Now what is the distance formula? If point A with coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1 and B with x sub 2, y sub 2 are the endpoints of a segment, then the distance of the 2 points can be computed as d is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. For example, find the distance of the points -3, -2, and 8, 9. Using the distance formula, we substitute the values of x and y. So we have x sub 2 is 8 minus x sub 1, which is -3, then squared, plus y sub 2 is 9 minus y sub 1 is -2 squared. So simplifying, we have 8 minus -3 is equal to 8 plus 3, and 9 minus -2 can be written as 9 plus 2. So 8 plus 3 is equal to 11, then squared, plus 9 plus 2 is also 11 squared. 11 squared is 121. So we have 121 plus 121, which is now equal to 242. And the square root of 242 can be simplified as 11 square root of 2. So the distance between these 2 points is 11 square root of 2. Example 4. Find the distance of the points 4, -7, and -6, -8. Using again the distance formula, we have x sub 2 is -6 minus x sub 1, which is 4 squared, plus y sub 2 is -8 minus y sub 1 is -7, then squared. So -6 minus 4 is equal to -10. And -8 minus -7 can be written as -8 plus 7. So -10 squared is equal to 100. And -8 plus 7 is -1, then squared. So -1 squared is +1. And 100 plus 1 is equal to 101. So the square root of 101 is the distance from the points 4, -7, and -6, -8. So now it's your turn to answer the modules. I hope you learned something from our discussion today. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. At your service, Ma'am Balot.